Today, we're diving into a popular post from the Reddit titled as, "I used to put discounts on people's cash bills to keep extra tip money." This post received 5470 upvotes. Posted by CJ Mommy 2020. The post reads as follows. Side note. Answer to a lot of questions of how I got away with it. Lucky I lived near a military base, so we had so many military discounts. Managers gave us the code to ring it in. When I was working at Red Lobster in my early 20s. This was my scam sad face. Bill, $105. Paying in cash. Discount applied. Minus $10.50. 10% off. Tip. $20 cash I kept. 30.50. I did this multiple times a day for 3 years and was never caught. A comment from user Wendell Duce says, "Yay! The company I work for has fired more than one employee for this exact scam. Anyone considering doing this, tread with caution. It's not bulletproof." This comment received 1226 upvotes. A comment from user Deleted User says, "Deleted." This comment received 1176 upvotes. A reply from the original author CJ Mommy 2020 says, "Made sure one customer was out of the building and correct change, non-tampered receipt was given to them. 2. Only worked in full cash payments, so it was only a few times per shift. 3. Always pulled the typical, 'Wow, I've had so many discounts today, wow crazy, if I had a lot.'" This reply received 1138 upvotes. A comment from user Watchermelion says, "Worked at a seafood restaurant and we had a bartender get fired in the middle of his shift for this exact thing. He had been working there for 3 years and had started doing this 2 months before he got fired. Do not do this, guys. With the way modern POS systems are now, you will get caught. They'll watch your transactions to confirm a pattern and then boom, you're out lol." This comment received 62 upvotes. A comment from user Starshine SSSS says, "Tried to pull that same scam at another chain I worked at. Worked for a year until the new manager realized I had a high amount of discounts. Denied I did anything and got fired on Halloween, in costume." This comment received 269 upvotes. A comment from user Devlops says, "A coworker of mine used to do this at a locally owned pizza joint I used to work at. Except she wouldn't apply discounts. She would just remove items off the receipt after the fact." This comment received 90 upvotes. A comment from user 2 Tie Dye for says, "A long time ago while working in a restaurant, I was told if a customer wrote the tip amount but not the total, we can only charge the amount on the bill, not including the tip. After a few major losses, I ended up completing the total for them after they left so I could keep my earned tip. It would happen once or twice a week. I never signed for the customer, just helped them finish their math problem. I understood that the customer could file a claim, lawsuit saying they were charged the incorrect amount, but I was not in the mood to be stiffed because they didn't add up the bill plus tip." This comment received 29 upvotes. A comment from user Legendary Rose 17 says, "I did this with a royalty program. Every 10 burgers I would discount 1 and pocket the cash. I made 3 accounts. I did this for 6 months. Transferred to another store, repeat. It took them a really long time to catch on. Over 2 years I made thousands. When I finally did get caught, it was my 3rd location. I had only been caught for one of the accounts. My GM insisted corporate was mistaken and had found out more instead of firing me. I was like, bye." This comment received 74 upvotes. A comment from user This Is My Username A says, "I used to work for Olive Garden. At the time I was desperate for a job, but I knew it wasn't the best place to work. I busted my ass refilling salads, soups and breadsticks just to get $4 tips. The company really screwed over their staff with this deal. The tables that ordered the unlimited SS&B would be the most work and give the least money. Plenty of servers did this same exact scam, and while I never had the guts, I wasn't mad at them for it. Fuck these chains." This comment received 50 upvotes. A comment from user ChangeMe8Aw says, "Best is working at TGI Fridays. Scam 1. Take drinks on cash ticket. Make a split check. and move over all drinks now balance as lowy by $8 to $10 for 4 sodas. Close out food for cash use split check for new table and keep going to credit card pay. Scam 2 TGI fry in newspaper there was 15% off coupons. Went to local print shop made 1500 exact copies. Used at work and made killing. I sold extras to other TGI store employee. This comment received 20 upvotes. A comment from user Natthro says, I don't know. I kind of feel like this was an act of survival. One of my friends used to work there and the pay was absolute crap. You're so completely at the whims of tipping culture and the goodwill of randos makes me think you deserve a pass on this one. This comment received 299 upvotes. A reply from the original author CJ Mommy 2020 says, appreciate it. That restaurant was absolutely terrible. Much better when I started bartending versus serving, but the company in general is just not the best. This reply received 138 upvotes. A comment from user ZeroCoke says, I had a manager at the first restaurant I worked at who would do this for us. If a big party came in, he would manipulate the numbers and use a free appetizer card even if they paid with a credit, debit card. This comment received 15 upvotes. A comment from user Flickern says, I used to do this too. Exactly the same way on cash-only customers. I was a very underpaid assistant manager at a restaurant. The servers actually made more per hour than I, and the owners were never there. And I was always there. I mean, always, and I was frequently understaffed, so I would bartender and or serve during my managerial shift. We also sent out lots of coupons, so there was always a lot of discounts I had to give throughout day that would show up on my manager cashout at the end of my shift. No one questioned the discounts. I only would do this once in a while if I was short grocery money and I didn't feel bad about it, because I never once received a raise. This comment received 66 upvotes. A comment from user Tabesi says, this is so smart. Everyone in service who's been around for a while has done something like this before, but this is clever. This comment received 40 upvotes. A comment from user NYMPHWSSZ says, I don't think it's wrong, as the corporations, especially fast food chains, pay a ridiculous salary to its employees. This comment received 25 upvotes. A comment from user Deleted User says, stealing from corporations is a good thing. This comment received 18 upvotes.